Fighting Gentleman here, and this is a long-awaited updated video for the EA rant that I posted about a week ago. Now, this video is not going to be as long as my other one due to time constraints for you, the viewer, and myself, because I've been rather busy lately, and I've also been, off schedule to shoot certain videos, among other things. But I'll post a link in the description to the video I'm making a response to. Now, to close out on this EA rant, what Dragnot Silva said in his video is that, Armored Core 5, the recent installment, is that it was all online and you had to be online to play it because it was built around this community. Now, I don't have a problem with that. What I told you before in my other videos is that when you cut out single player experience, I mean, seriously, I'm sorry to say this, but I like multiplayer, but multiplayer is not going to keep you. And we can see that to be evident with every Call of Duty game. Call of Duty has single player experience, but it's all about the multiplayer, of course. But, see, that's the problem. You said that they're going to pander to the fanboys and that want these sort of things, but this is the problem. You pander to these fanboys. These fanboys don't care about video games. They just want something that they treat video games like it's a toy. I don't look at it like that. I treat it like it's an art form. I play games that are like books to me. It's why I revere games like Vagrant Story and Front Mission for trying to do something to add an element that most games nowadays don't have, and that is to make it a narrative. Compare and contrast. I want you to play Armored Core 5, and then I want you to play Modern Warfare 3. Now, when you're done with that, I want you to play Max Payne 3, and then I want you to try and play Final Fantasy Tactics, the original on PlayStation. What you're going to notice about those games is that Max Payne 3, while it has multiplayer and is actually pretty good, I played it, the single player is very good. Great narrative, great storyline, character development, and I didn't play the other two Max Payne games. It's definitely worth an experience. Hell, even if let's replace Final Fantasy Tactics with the second Crash Bandicoot. Do you think that if that game was coming out today that it would need multiplayer or it would need more DLC stages? No, I don't think it would. Anybody that would play that game now today, despite how old it is now, and would think, man, they need DLC stages, is the most shallow individual to date in terms of art, and not just as a gamer, but in terms of their idealistic views on life, because then you don't appreciate the little things. You just look at things from the perspectives like, well, I'll always get more. No. And then plus, if you're going to have an online only game, that's fine, but $60 is pretty fucking expensive, to say the very least, along with the other investments that you make in playing the games. And, one of my other friends made these response videos too about my EA rant, and one of the things I remember him saying is that he probably feels like it doesn't really affect me because I'm not really in the EA games. Well, see, that's the thing. EA is big with other types of consumers that are not into the sort of games that me or my other friends would play. People would play Madden or, any other sports games. But me, personally, I cannot get into sports games because by their very nature, they are a waste of time. Same with Minecraft. I cannot play a game in which I'm investing all this time for a simulation, a realistic simulation. I mean, Minecraft is very unrealistic, but at the end of the day, you're creating things. For all that time you spend creating things, you can actually create something that's of value. Instead of creating some big-ass city or town structure in Minecraft, I'd rather create a beautiful song or something of artistic value, something that I can talk about, something that I can show someone without having to crack open a computer interface or something that is centered around it being digital to have value. Now, getting back to what I'm saying earlier is like, $60 is a lot. $30 seems a little fair. Hell, maybe $40. But if it's going to be online only, like you said yourself, Dragnot, sometimes I just want to just play the game and breathe. And you did that all the time on Left 4 Dead. I did that sometimes too, because I don't feel like playing online all the time. And they're doing that with the Kinect games where you gotta have a Kinect, and the Kinect sucks, truthfully. Let's be honest with ourselves. The Kinect sucks. And it's just a gimmick that Microsoft and Sony are now being the victims of poetic irony in terms of how they ridiculed Nintendo for doing the same thing that they're just now trying to do now, because Nintendo's already got their audience. So if you're gonna be online, give me a good game. Multiplayer can be good, but it's gotta be good standalone to have a chance at being good multiplayer, and it's gotta fit. Armored Core has always been designed to have multiplayer. The very first Armored Core had multiplayer. So it's not like this is unfamiliar territory. It only makes sense for Armored Core to be online, if possible. In this day and age, it should be. But I'm not going to make this rant too long, because I have other videos to shoot, and this topic has been in discussion for far too long. But give me your thoughts and opinions. Comment, rate, subscribe if you want. It's The Fighting Gentleman. Adios.